Okay, Gary, thanks very much. Well, I should say I'm not an expert in procurement, but I am delighted to be here to welcome all of you to Bangor University and to kick off this programme. Bangor University takes its role in the community, particularly in the business community, very seriously. We are in a somewhat unique position here in North West Wales in that, if you think about it, there isn't another university within 80 miles of us, more or less, give or take, and that you would struggle to find another university in the United Kingdom that doesn't have a university within that distance. And therefore, we are somewhat unique. We are one of the biggest employers, perhaps along with us buddy Gwynedd, the biggest employer in North West Wales. We employ almost 2,000 people, and we have a turnover of close to 140 million a year, the bulk of which goes back into the North Wales community. But there are some barriers to what we can and can't do in relation to contributing to the local community. We put as much effort as we possibly can into working with both the businesses and the private sector and the public sector across North Wales in areas as diverse as health, engineering, agriculture, forestry, and the environment, all of which Bangor has great skills in. But one of the areas in which which is to some extent a barrier to contributing to the economy is public procurement and the complexity of public procurement. And if I can just give you an example of that, the university, as I'm sure many of you who are from the region know, has been in the process of developing a major new facility, the Pontio project. Pontio is the Welsh word to bridge. And it's a community, very much a community-based facing project. It's a project that's going to cost £43 million. And if any of you come in from across Deniel Road today, you will have seen a big hole in the ground behind a lot of hoarding, which is, we hope, over the next few weeks going to be filled. You're going to start seeing contractors on site. But the procurement of that project has been incredibly complex. It's subject, of course, to European procurement law. And while we had hoped to kick off the building as early as last October, November, we're now talking about a kick-off in June. And a lot of that has been down to the complexities of procurement. There's a limit to what I can say about the project, again, because of procurement legislation. But we're currently at a standstill, in a standstill period. The preferred bidder has been announced. That is a Scottish firm called Miller. No Welsh company, actually no Welsh construction company bid for the project. But what we have built into the contract and what we are going to make sure is enacted is that that company, assuming they are ultimately confirmed as the contractor, engages with the local businesses, with the local suppliers, to make sure that as much of that money as possible goes back into the local community. So it's an example of where the complexities that we currently deal with in relation to public procurement are actually a significant barrier to the university's mission of contributing to the community at large. So I'm delighted that this conference has been organised. I'm delighted that under Dermot Cahill's leadership, Bangor is developing an international reputation in the whole area of public procurement and is acting as a major source of expertise for the Welsh Government. And hopefully, on the back of that expertise and the back of that advice that's coming from Dermot and his colleagues, we will see changes that will enable bodies like the university to contribute much more effectively to their region. Well, thank you all very much. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm intending to stay for as much of this as possible for the simple reason that procurement for me, given that I run a £140 million operation in a region like North Wales, public procurement is incredibly important to me. Thank you all very much.